Hi, hello, it's Leilani from the Bible in 1 Year. And today I want to present a question to you. What do you stand for? And whom do you stand for? You see, as children of God, we are basically ambassadors for Jesus Christ here on earth. And we need to present him well. God has so many attributes, but I think one of the most known ones is that God is love. You see, God so loved you and God so loved me that he gave his son Jesus so that we should not perish but can live freely, eternally with him. And that was my own interpretation of John 3:16. But you see, in 1 John, the disciple whom Jesus loved, he comes and he writes this letter. And he had this precious revelation of love, the love for God and the love God has for us, and basically the God of love. And he writes in 1 John 5 verse 2 that this is how we know that we love the children of God, by loving God and carrying out his commands. In fact, this is love for God, to keep his commands, and his commands are not burdensome. You see, he comes to remind us what Jesus commanded in Matthew 22 verse 37. He said, to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. And he said the second greatest to this is loving your neighbor as you love yourself. But we are humans and we have this limited love and we often fail in love. But therefore Jesus came as the purest example of love. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And throughout the Gospels, we read about the daily life that Jesus lived here on earth. And we see how he lived with people and how he cared and how he forgave and how he was helping, supporting, and just being patient. And most of all, he was kind to people. And I do believe, as Paul says, imitate him as he imitates Christ, that we need to imitate the form of love that Jesus came to show. Simply being kind, forgiving, helping, giving a hand where a hand is needed. Forgiving is quite an important one. And as children of God, we will be known by our fruits. And if we are a tree rooted in the love of God, the fruits that we will produce will be love, and it will be love for each other. And therefore, I want to present this question to you again. What do you stand for, and whom do you stand for? Are you walking in love with your brother and sister? Maybe this is something to think about, because it's easy to love someone that we like, but it's hard to love someone that does us wrong. But it's important to know that we need to imitate Christ, and his love surpasses all understanding. It surpasses all unlovable situations. And it's enough. It's more than enough to conquer everything, to conquer any situation. So do not give up when times are tough or when a situation seems unbearable. For the love of God will always keep us going and will always help us to love and to live life in a loving way. I hope that you have a blessed day today.